What's up, guys? It's Boss Thursday, and we have the flex option back in the building. So, follow your boy. We're gonna start with the hit, and I'm gonna go through the whole cycle, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for strength. All right. So, with our hits, um, every 2 minutes, working our way up to a total of 16 minutes will be the workout. But the first segment is gonna be hip thrusts, and it's gonna be with the resistance band. Your goal is to get as many quality hip thrusts in the first minute of the 2 minutes, which means you're going to get a minute break. So the coaches will set it up for you or show you how to set it up. You will have these anchors at the bottom of your lifting stations, and then you anchor it to the bottom to put the resistance band and the bench on the backside. But because there's not enough space here, I can't do it in the garage. But I definitely can show you, right? So I'm gonna rig it up where I'm gonna use two kettlebells, or I can also show you how you can use it with a dumbbell as well. So whether you're gonna use dumbbells or kettlebells, just in case if you have to do an emergency option, you can always use it as this as well. All right, but I definitely probably use a bench instead of a box because the box is a little bit harder than the bench. But the way this looks, every 2 minutes, you get underneath the band, make sure it's a placement over your hips. Shoulders are going to go on the bench. Once the 3-2-1 starts on the 2 minutes, all you're going to do is bring your hips up, squeeze your booty if you want the booty, right? And back down. Now, I have the lightest band in my garage, but I want you to use this band or a band that's going to challenge you a little bit more. But you want to be able to go continuously for 1 minute. Now, I just did those hip thrusts. As I talked to you, probably looked weird, but that was probably, I don't know, 10 seconds, and I already feel the burn. So 3-2-1, the first minute, you're doing hip thrusts non-stop. All right. Once the 1 minute finish, your coach will let you know, or you keep up with your own time, and then you rest for the remainder of the time. And then the second segment of your EMOM will be a hip thrust hold. It's the same exact thing, right? I should have just kept the kettlebell over there. I don't know why I moved it. Same exact thing, right? Only difference is that your hips are up, and they stay up the whole time. Imagine the resistance pulling. You get nothing but gains in the glutes and hammies. All right. So if you're doing the hit option, every 2 minutes, you're going to start with the first segment. In the first minute, as many hip thrusts max for 1 minute, then a 1 minute break in that 2 minute segment. Once the second EMOM portion comes of 2 minutes, you're going to do a hip thrust hold for the first minute and then rest. You'll keep alternating those segments until you get to the 16-minute mark. Now let's talk about those that are doing strength. Same exact thing as last week. You should remember how much weight that you started with and finished with, because now I want you to start with more weight than you started with last week and finish with more weight than you finished with last week. So if you started at 135, we're at least at 140, 145. But I don't care how much weight's on the barbell, to be honest. I do care about your form, though. Shins, hitting that bar, chest up and proud. As you lengthen your arms, hand placement is even. Take that big, deep breath. Control it. Blowing the air out. Big, deep breath in. Keeping your thighs near the bar near your thighs and shins, controlling, and then coming back up. All right. You repeat that continuously until you get to 9 reps. We are not picking the barbell up and dropping it every time. We're not going to control half of the weight. We're going to control 100% of the weight. All right. So in the first 2-minute segment, 3-2-1 takes place. You have a 9-rep deadlift. Once you finish, recover, but add some more weight, because when we come back to it, you got to be lifting a little bit heavier. When the second segment come, you would do the same thing as those that are doing the hip volume. You're going to get back in here and do a hip thrust hold. So if you're doing strength, 3-2-1, the first 2 minutes, 9 reps. Recover, add weight. When the second portion of the EMOM comes for round 2, you're going to do a hip thrust hold for 1 minute of the 2 minutes. And then back to your deadlifts, and you're going to keep alternating until you get to the 16-minute mark. Now, being very detailed, because I didn't want you guys to get confused or whatnot, but your coaches have you at your back, and I'll make sure that you're good to go. All right. Then on to the conditioning. The conditioning will be a 15-minute AMRAP, which means you're going to get as many rounds as possible going up the ladder, starting at 1 of each, 2 of each, 3 of each, and 4 of each. We have 3 movements. Movement number 1, I want you to get a challenging band, and I know I'm throwing some new exercises at a lot of you guys. When we're doing this one, it's really important placement of your band. All right. Do not put it hip high. Make sure you put it knee high. All right, so I'm calling these, I think I called them like hip thrusts, band hip thrust, whatever. But notice I have tied the band around my knee. Okay, I'm going to step over, For my peeps that want to strengthen your glutes or get some glute gains, this is the movement for you. So hand placements underneath, kind of like a kettlebell grab. As you lengthen your arms back towards the pole, you come up tall, squeeze your glutes. That's 1. Back up is 2. All right. From a lateral view, like get this box out your way. Again, same exact thing. I'm down, reaching in between, shoulders pinch back, tight stomach, up, squeeze your glutes, back down, up, squeeze your glutes, back down. All right. Second movement will be step ups or box jumps. Momentum athletic stance. Stand onto the box, stand tall as 1, or you can just step up to be 1. Whatever is easy and safe for you, that's what you would do. And then the third movement will be total bars. If you've ever seen them, great, do them. If you're not there yet, we'll do knee ups where you're controlling your weight, or V-shaped abs. The way this works, you're going to do a hamstring or glute or a hip thrust pull, 1, box jump, 1, ab routine, 1. Time on the clock, you would do 2 of each, 3 of each, 4 of each, and climb as far as you can on that ladder for 15 minutes. It's literally a butt burner. Hey, that's going to be your Boss Thursdays. Can't wait to see you tomorrow because it's about to be on and popping. All right. If you haven't checked out this week's podcast with the ladies from the North Side, it's a must hear. You may even have somebody that pop in on the end of the podcast, but make sure you check it out. Love you guys. Take care.